Back in September 2020, I finally got the Golden Run achievement on the Xbox. Well, it was actually on PC, but yeah, it's playing through Xbox Game Pass. And I'd been trying to get this achievement for a couple of months, and it's really, really difficult. So, after about 20 or 30 failed attempts to try and do the achievement genuine, I entered bitch mode, and bitch mode is basically taking every level as slow as you possibly can, doing your best not to die, and there's a couple of tips to help you unlock it if you're still struggling. The Golden Run achievement is basically you have to do all 4 worlds, or all 4 areas, whatever they're called, and essentially make your way to each boss jump and get through to the end of the game without losing a single life. And it is a little bit harder than it sounds unless you enter bitch mode like I did. So, bitch mode is essentially taking every level as slow as possible, making your way to the end, and there's a couple of tips that I use to help me get to it. The first one is, when you're on the first world, essentially choose all the easiest maps, and I tend to just turn my bike around, do a fakie, and roll the entire map backwards, getting a ×3 multiplier to boost your score up enough to unlock the crew perks. And when you get to the crew perks, basically just pick the speed wobbles. And speed wobbles is the one with the handlebars and the little wiggly lines around it. So speed wobbles decreases speed wobbles when going fast, basically. So when you get to the boss jump on the last level, if you are wobbling all over the place, 9 times out of 10 you will probably fall off the track. So when you make your way through to the last level, there's a checkpoint at the top of the hill, and it's essentially one long straight, and you work your way down, and you have to be going around 75 kilometers an hour to hit the right spot. So as you can see here, I'm making my way down, and I get to a point. About 4 or 5 times I land in the center of the middle jump. And basically, if you land on this point, you don't have enough momentum to make the final jump to the last platform. You have to kind of land a few meters back from where I'm doing, so on the downhill slope, so that you get enough momentum basically to speed up again and make a jump to the ending. I'm taking the time to re-upload the video that I originally did and explain my methods and tactics, I suppose, and try and help you guys unlock it. I would have just gone back and edited the video, but apparently YouTube Editor doesn't let you add your own audio to videos after they've been uploaded, so one of the best features to help you unlock this achievement is essentially spamming B to reset your character. So if you're going below a certain speed, I think it's like 15 or 20 kilometers an hour, you can press B to reset. So you'll see on my control pad viewer, every time I get close, I already know that I'm going to fail this jump before I've even left the ramp. You just know, you've got a feeling when you're going the right speed or not. And I think I'd do like 7 or 8 attempts before I actually land it. And you'll see every time I go towards the ramp, I rapidly start spamming the B button. That's because when my speed drops, obviously when I make impact with the ramp, there's a certain point where your speed is reduced to like 20, 15 kilometers an hour. And there's a tiny little window that you get to press B to reset your character back to the top of the hill. And if you miss that window by even a fraction of a second, obviously your character will start speeding up again and you'll start falling back to the floor. Bear in mind that I tried doing this 20, 30 times, something like that, and it just kept cocking up, and I kept missing that window and having to start the entire process over and over again. It's not too bad if you land in the middle of the platform because you can just brake and stop and then reset, but if you're going too slow, then you hit the front of the platform, and obviously you can bounce back and fall off. So all you need is speed wobbles. Speed wobbles helps you stay in a straight path. You brake just to get your speed down to around 75 kilometers an hour. You stay straight. You do a jump as you get towards the end of the ramp. And essentially, you don't need to do any tricks, you don't need to do anything, just stay in a straight line. Spam that B button if you think you've gone off a little bit. And whatever you do, don't get cocky on the final bit of the ramp and try and ride it backwards and fall off like I did. So you can hear the achievement pop up at the end there. Obviously I was using game capture, so you can't see the actual notification, but yeah, I did it. And I may have cheesed it, I may have done it in the bitchiest mode possible, but an achievement's an achievement, so I hope this video helps. If you do manage to get the Golden Run, let me know in the comments below, and subscribe and all that stuff. Thank you very much, take care.